I had a great time checking it out. For now, let's pivot out of here. And I think we'll finish off with a little bit of repentance. Don't worry, we got Snake RX coming to the channel. FTL just takes a long time. But I think we can work in some FTL tomorrow for sure. I'm roguelite starved right now. I'm merely roguelite starved. So I think the time has come to possibly fit in 1 to possibly 2 repentance episodes if they go insanely quickly. Like really insanely quickly. We're pivoting to Isaac to finish this stream out today. Will we finish the post-it today? Last one in is a...
drawing pictures and playing with his toys as his mom watched Christian broadcasts on the
Isaac's heart item room on the basement 1.
That was until the day Isaac's mom heard a voice from above.
How about that? Last one in is a swamp mole from the plains of Denethor.
I will do my best to save him, my lord. Isaac's
That's a pog first item? Yeah, for me to poop on. Okay, put me down here. Denethor is a very ecologically diverse biome. I wouldn't expect you to understand. Can I tell you something, by the way, chat? Like, I think you're gonna be stoked about this. You ready? Can I show you something? La da 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 da. La da da. Okay, so we're sorry. Did I do a slash marker? I don't know if I did a slash marker there. Just give me a moment. Slash marker. New Isaac. Hey, we're back playing Repentance for the first time in some time. We're gonna play as Tainted Maggie today. We're gonna try to make it to the Hush fight. It's just that simple. I have set the stage for you. Let's go, baby. Yeah, frickin' Tuesday, baby. I gotta be honest, by the way. Having played Tokyo 2020 this morning, I think the rumors of the Olympic Games' demise have been greatly overstated. I thought, when I was playing it with Mouth, I thought this was pretty good. Is it actually a good game? I don't know. Is it fun to play if you like meme Olympic games? Yeah. Which is, that describes me in a nutshell. No, this is me in a nutshell. Hey, Mouth, pass me the ball. I'm trapped in this nutshell. Hey. Oh no, he's here. I meant, hey, Mouth, sorry I didn't pass you the ball. I'm in a nutshell. I got a good excuse. Okay, so far so good. The character creator is amazing too. No question there. Don't give me a -2 for that. You just what I think about your -2. Yeah. I don't need this, man. I've been trapped in a dang nutshell all day. Then you're trying to come out here and hit me with a -2? I don't think so. He's come alive again. What are you talking about? I have the same energy now that I had 7 minutes ago, and for the 120 minutes prior to that. Had a very even-keeled demeanor all day. Even when chat decided that, hey, watching things for entertainment is fun, but you know what's even more fun? Getting into an argument over and over again about literally like the most meaningless shit on the planet, like 24/7. Leisure is great. Leisure's a lot of fun. I enjoy leisure time. But what's even better than leisure time is like being mad constantly over like the most inconsequential, meaningless stuff on the planet. For no reason. It is. I'm aping the Bo Burnham joke. There's no question there. You mentioned the skeleton fjords. Can you elaborate? It's not that the fjords are made of skeletons. The fjords are actually just made of ice, like normal fjords. But there's skeletons that come out of the ice because there was an ancient battle between the armies of man and the armies of yore. We're gonna go Mega Satan. It took place there like a long time ago. The men got killed, they got frozen into the ice, and then they became skeletons. And then, of course, anytime Aurora Borealis comes out, that's necrotic energy, which causes them to come back to life. But I apologize because I'm kind of preaching to the converted here. Well, just remember that the next time somebody says I'm not zany. We got Nod Leaf, we got Infamy, and we got a Luck and Range Up. It's not so bad. It's not so good. But it's not so bad. It's just the best I've ever had. Why would anyone ever say that? There's been some people have been saying that Zane fell off recently because I refused to throw away guaranteed victories on hard characters in order to possibly get a loss that will make the post-it note take 400 years to actually finish for each of these difficult characters. Don't even try it, man. Don't even try it. Did I already tell you how I had a crisis because of the fact that I realized I've been making Isaac videos so long that Steve Jobs was alive when I started? I can't remember if I mentioned it. Oh, thank you. You did mention that. You mentioned that in today's episode. Okay, thank you, thank you. Because, I mean, that's a long time, man. Rip to all the homies we lost, yeah. Cash, Jobs, and Hope are the classics. Thank you, Infamy, for preserving my angel deal. Quebec is turning green. How about BC? Is this like is this politically or the weather? You speaking about politics or the temperature? We've elected some Green Party members down here. We gotta have one of the strongest provincial Green parties. I have to imagine. Like, for people that don't know, there's really only like 3 major political parties in BC. There's the NDP, the federal party of whom is headed up by Jagmeet Singh, who you're familiar because he's such a big Among Us fan. There are the BC Liberals, who, as strange as it might sound, the BC Liberals are actually like our conservative party. They're not based on the Liberal Party. And then there's the Green Party as well. The Green Party usually does, they usually get a couple of seats. They held the balance of power last time. Not based. sorry. Base department. Nod Leaf BOS. What is this? What's BOS mean? Boards of Canada? Chibli, are you here? I had a great joke yesterday. I think you'd be a big fan of it. It's Zoomer music. It's called Sigur Rós. It goes, hey, here's my impression of Sigur Rós. It's you. Please stop doing it. It's you. I think it's a good bit. But I think it's a bit you can only feel comfortable doing like once a day. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't even know where I'm like going on this run. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna like play the Eddie room and get like a bunch of stuff. I can't play the Eddie room? What? I choose to play the Eddie room and get a bunch of stuff? Once a day? Dude, what's wrong with once a day? Is that too little? Are you a Geo Gaddy guy or a music has the right to people? I'm definitely a music has the right to people guy. Like that song will make you, or that album will make you cry, man. Like when it goes orange. That's right. Like it starts to and that dude when they drop the beat and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 12, 7, 3, 2, 1. You're like, bro. This MF spitting right now. Orange. Okay, I've actually lost my mind a little bit. I apologize for that. But the devil shudders when a nice guy loses his cool. I could only hear the Body Quest song when you started doing that. I'm just gonna own up to it. I don't have any clue what Body Quest is, but in other parts of the world, do you guys have Body Break? You know, Body Break. I forget the names of the hosts, but they're like Canadian legends. They're like with something with Gavin something and Joanne McLeod, and they always. Because, like, Canadian advertisement, like, it labors under the delusion that people are paying attention and will be influenced by it. Hal Johnson and Joanne McLeod. There we go. So, they don't just want you to have, like, advertisements for, like boner pills and stuff like that. Every once in a while, you know, these two... now they're, like, senior citizens. When I was a kid, they were, like, just middle-aged. But they'll come on the TV and be like, hey, fatty, do some push-ups. If you do push-ups, you use your muscles. You use your muscles, your body gets stronger. Body break. And then it goes, body break. It's a Canadian classic. It's just like watching, you know, heritage moments and reminding Americans whenever an actor is Canadian. It's just part of our culture. What the heck is this? Birdcage? They did a wash your hands PSA at the beginning of the pandemic. Bro, I saw on Twitter today, top trending on Twitter, the CDC says masks are effective in stemming the spread of COVID-19. Big if true. I'm glad that we've finally got some science on that. I know. I saw it today. I was like, did I have like a Groundhog Day moment? Did I travel back in time? Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. Thank you. From the Canadian Doctor Corporation. Wow. Grandma fell down to the sand dunes, broke her coccyx. That's what if Owen Wilson was Uncle Rico? You know, if Coach had put me back in, it's such a bad impression. Coach had put me back in the state. Wow, I'm telling you, man. We would have. How much you want to bet I can throw a football over them mountains? Sounds a lot like your Joker impression. That is not false. Birdcage is doing some work, even though I don't really know what it does. A lot of the Marty, wow. Maybe Eddie wants to mix it up. He smells some items. Is that so wrong? I wish this is a great time to be able to do an Owen Wilson impression. We're in the Owenaissance. Not to be confused with the Rena Wilson. It's turkey ass. I'm so sorry. But I will never not find Norbit hilarious. I've realized now, I've come to terms with it. Forget this, dude. Forget this. For some reason, it tickles me in... It's like the ultimate guilty pleasure. It tickles me in a part of my brain that has never been tickled before. And for that, I gotta say, it broke new ground. I looked up the turkey ass clip and I can confirm it was positively hilarious. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but the fact that they do a turkey ass callback is like one of the funniest. It's like Eddie Murphy is genuinely a funny guy. Obviously. He hasn't always done, you know, the best movies. Oh, frick. But he's genuinely a humorous dude. His movies have a tendency to basically be garbage. Thank you, thank you. I needed that. But you can tell those comic sensibilities are still in there. Dodge all the hearts. So true, bestie. What I should have done is run in there to grab half a heart to stay alive and died instead because I got hit by the enemies. That would have been a Giga Brain play. Thoughts on Dolomite is my name. My thought is that I don't watch good movies. I should. I know that I should. But it just, you know, doesn't appeal to me. Why would you watch a good movie when instead you could watch a bad movie? You know what I mean? Please, please. Yummy, 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 yummy. I've got yum and I said yum. Yummy, yummy. I mean, the parody writes itself, right? Yummy, yummy, yummy. I've got in my tummy and I feel like in you. Is such a sweet thing, good enough to eat thing, and I feel like... Ooh, so sweet. Sweeter than sugar. Please stop. But, you know, we're all thinking it, right? Like... Hold on, we got secret room potentials here. He's lost it. Bro, Tokyo 2020 plus, well, I guess I'll be leaving now. Or will I? Tokyo 2020 plus Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance has absolutely broken my brain today. The only rehabilitation is tomorrow. I need to stream from like a completely dark room and just play Isaac Snake RX and then FTL. But I know in my heart that that can't come to pass because Dan and I are going to do some co-op, which means I'm going to have to field some questions about like, oh, did you ever think about just answering the questions right for once? And I'm going to have to be like, Daniel, it's not that easy. I don't offhand know the direction that the Earth rotates. I wish that I did. It could have possibly, knowing that, could have given me $10,000, but instead, freaking commence. Yeah, dude. Okay, I'm not saying I lost on a BS question, and I have gotten. People are like, it's stunning to me. I've gotten a lot of street cred for having the bare minimum level of human decency and fairness to admit that I got questions wrong and. Am not, you know, not trying to like squeeze through a little loophole to keep things going. People are like, you played very honorably. And I'm like, I wrote the wrong answer down on the, like for the math question, people were like, it was really like nice of you to just take the L on that. And I was like, you can look at the whiteboard. I divided the number by the wrong number. It's like, what kind of person would I be if I was... If I was like, actually, if you rounded it down, technically, we could have been at It could be if you stretch the bounds of realism through the most distorted lens ever. Then it could be construed as being close to the right answer, which is pretty similar to the right answer. But I will admit, like the symbio question, I just genuinely in my life, I'm not sure if I had ever heard the word commensalism. That's one that I'm like, I don't feel bad about it, because it's not like I knew it and forgot it. Like, I felt pretty, I mean, not bad, but I was like, the math question, I should have gotten it right. I literally just divided by the wrong number of the two options. And the curvature of the Earth, I was like, I think I could have puzzled it out. I actually thought about changing my answer at the last second because it felt wrong. And then I went, no, they always tell you never to change your answer, because then if it's actually right, you'll be like, oh, why did I change it? But, commensalism is like, I had no clue, man. Who didn't paint the girl with the pearl earring? What is a man who has never been in my kitchen? Yeah, I mean, today is the Mario Kart thing, but I'm not, I was invited very graciously, but I'm bowing out of the Mario Kart thing, simply because it falls during baby time. I would like to be a part of it, but it's not really, it's outside of my area of operations, essentially. So we will, I told him, thank you for the offer. I appreciate it. I also tried to impart the knowledge that in actuality, like, I'm not great at video games. You've played me in trivia and chess 2 times, which is pretty much the lowest roll you could possibly get when it comes to, like, being against me in sporting events. It is hilarious that Ludwig seems to be under the impression that I'm, like, the greatest gamer that's ever lived. You know what's gonna happen, though. Like, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm not that good at video games. And then, like, the next time we see each other, it'll be in, like, a Twitch Rivals for GeoGuessr or something like that. And I'll be like, I'm pretty sure that's Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. And it's just gonna be like... like, I'm gonna look like the biggest asshole on planet Earth. But it'll be funny, maybe, so... He's great at Geo? Well, we'll see. It's debatable. We'll see. Well, be careful what you wish for. We'll see. Good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I'm a man with a very particular set of skills. Skills that would make me a nuisance for a streamer like you. Good luck. Yeah, so, like, all this stuff where people are like, are you, like, literally, I'm not asking, like, you're not being rude or anything, but put yourself, like, in my shoes just for a second. I met someone through, like, collaboration yesterday or a week ago. It's been 24 hours, and people are like, are you ever going to do a collaboration with this person who you literally just met? And didn't even really meet, like, you just happened to be in, like, the same area. And I'm like, it's kind of exhausting. You know, I'm like, I don't know. I met this person. I'm open to, like, basically anything. And open doesn't mean guaranteed, yes, for the record. But I'm open to basically anything that shows up in between the streaming hours of 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. for sure. HBox did invite you to Smash? Like, here's the, and this is not anti-HBox at all. No, he didn't. He was probably getting harangued in his own chat. People were like, would you play Smash with NL? And then out of politeness, he's not gonna be like, no. So he's like, yeah, of course. And then people clip that and then send it to me and are like, when are you gonna play Smash with them? And I'm like, you can't... let us talk about this in like, to one another instead of you know, in front of like 180,000, like what's the term? It's not drama Andes, but you know what I mean?
Judgment.
Just let people build like a friendship and an acquaintanceship like naturally. Like we're all real people here, you know? We're not I know it's like, oh dude, it's like an Avengers team up or something like that. But you know, we're just all trying to it's a lot of extroversion in a very small amount of time, you know what I mean? Even like, I mean, I've been enjoying all the collaborative stuff, but I've said no to a couple things this week just because I'm like, dude, I need some time, like, especially with the limited streaming time I have on like a weekly basis now because I'm, you know, being a good dad. It's like, I gotta take some me time as well. Like, my brand is like, I want to rant. I want to go on like a 90-minute long discussion about like why do so many people say mint chocolate tastes like toothpaste? What kind of toothpaste are you guys using? But then like, you know, everything that comes into that from a collaborative standpoint comes out as something else. I'm feeling a little solo drained right now. So I you know, I don't mean to be rude about it, but it's on my mind for sure. Especially because yesterday, like literally the event went totally fine, but like it went like as well as it could have gone basically, but the discourse like on the subreddit was like 90% like, hey NL, you did a great job, by the way. I hated like literally everybody else that was a part of it, which is really exhausting to deal with, and other content creators like also see that and then think that we have like the crappiest community on the planet, which is probably not true. They're very enthusiastic, that's for sure. But I think we need to rethink like the rules of the Reddit like yet again. I think we need to make another rule that's just like, if you shit talk other streamers on the subreddit, like you're just straight up banned, like. Because then, like, it's now all the discuss. It's the same thing with what happened in the last segment as well. Like, all the discussion is no longer like it's under the guise of being about the content, but it's actually not. It's just like people who are, you know, begging for the location through text of like a single piece of drama. That's a good. We could also do that. For example, like if you can post a photo of you within the last 72 hours of touching grass, then you can get out of your 3-day ban. Because I'm just like reading some of the comments, and it was like, I want to say it was mostly positive. I'm not sure that's like 100% true. But I'm like, you really wrote an essay complaining about like the most, and I get it, it's consequential to you, but like that's why you have to touch grass. It is honestly like out of self-interest that I tell you, like, or not even, it's selflessness interest. Like the fact that this little trivia show generated like an essay that you wrote is all the evidence you need to get you committed to like an outdoor summer camp or something like that, where they force you to go for a swim. I think it would solve a lot of problems. I don't think Hush is happening this run. You'll be sorry when I get 1 Yum Heart charge. I just got back from a dip in my pool. See, it's hard to be sad after you've just taken a dip in your pool. Bitching about bitching is my least favorite segment. That's fine. There's a place for that. You can go to the subreddit and then type a comment, and the comment, I'll just give you the copy paste on the comment. It'll look something like, great stream today. That'll be like 3 words. And then below that, write like 17 paragraphs about how like I thought it was messed up how NL handwaved the genuine criticisms that we had about some of the other people that were on the show yesterday. I didn't realize that I just wanted to have my opinion be known, and I don't think that we should try to shut down discussion. Sure, perhaps it must hurt to hear some of this stuff, but at the same time, like, you know, it's just... It's, and I talk about this, like Apollo will know as well, because I talk about this in the Discord. It's just, it's wild that you just like go live and you're like, I just want to like tell some jokes today. And most people are totally cool with it, for the record. Most people get it. But then the people who tend to be the most active are like, you know, well, the content was cool, but what I would really rather do is make up in my head like some messed up context for like what happened during it, and then argue with like complete strangers about it for hours and just like ruin my night. It's crazy. When you step back and abstract and remember that it's just like a dude playing Mario Kart or something like that, you're like, really? It's just like it's a little Donkey Kong Jr. guy rolling around on a little tricycle in Bowser's castle, and you wrote an essay about it, you know, like nothing, like something that only happened in your mind. Exactly. Thank you. It is messed up you didn't know Francisco Pizarro. I'll be honest with you. As soon as I wrote down Ponce de Leon, I was like, I'm pretty sure that this guy was searching for the Fountain of Youth or the road to El Dorado. So I said to myself, there's no way this is right. And then when everybody else wrote Hernan Cortez, I went, that seems very plausible. And then it was somebody that, to be honest with you, I've never heard of before in my entire life. That's why I'm like, you know, when I lost in, I wouldn't say I was salty when I lost in Champions of Fire 2, but I got beaten by a better competitor, but like emotions were running hot. It's been a whole weekend. You flew out to New York to be a part of this event. Even though it's just silly little, you know, like mobile games and stuff like that, when you lose, you're like, oh, it's like such an emotional release. When I lost in Schooled, I was like, I didn't know the answers. As a result, it's really hard to be too upset about it. You're like, what are you gonna do? Dad's ring. It's not so bad. Are we still talking about this? ... Okay, Frosty, you may choose the next topic for conversation, as this one has bothered you. Everybody chill. Frosty216, I await your response. You have the floor. Just give it a moment. Everyone's typing ... now. I'm gonna have to type /user username. You didn't say Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance, did you? I'm gonna have to pull out the veto card on that one. I'm only allowed to play 2 hours based on the contract. Otherwise, I might consider it. But I think they didn't want me to see too much. Good answer, though. I have been owned in the marketplace of ideas there. Maybe it's my turn to leave a comment on the subreddit then. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. /user Frosty 2181. 603 messages. You know what? You got me on that one. I can't complain. I do want to pop this out just for one moment here. Love ya, egg. Please play that game you played earlier. That's so good. I must admit, I thought, and it's a very like streamer mindset. I thought there was no way you could defeat me in the marketplace of ideas. I was incorrect. To the victor go the spoils. You're lucky. If you had owned me, but it hadn't been funny, it had just been mean, that's a 24-hour ban, permanent. Frosty has blessed this realm with Sacred Heart. I mean, I know we talk about it too much. And then, like, it's the greatest Ouroboros. We have a planetarium as well. Frosty, what have you done for us? You gave us Uranus, Ring of Tears. Look at that. It's the terrible Ouroboros is that when you get tilted by, like, the subreddit, especially, you talk about the subreddit, then the subreddit goes like, I didn't like the part where he talked about the subreddit. And sometimes it's like the very same people that, like, were annoying. I know it's not nice to say. But I was like, I saw your comment yesterday. I was talking about you, but you don't have any self-awareness. And now you're going like, I wish the subreddit would be nicer. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You're the specific one that I was most mad about. But I don't know. I talk about it to push back because I genuinely also feel like, you know, if I don't push back a little bit, it just becomes worse. Not just for me, but it was mighty annoying, like, seeing other content creators whom people assume I have, like, an encyclopedic knowledge of, like, everything they've ever done, and then, like, Mizkif passes me the cast list and goes like, hey, are all these people cool with you? And I go, oh yeah, not only are they cool with me, I endorse every opinion they've ever had, so let's send it, dude. I feel like pushing back on that to some extent is, even if it doesn't help that much, it feels good. to let people know that they're, like, crossing the line, being weird, and, like, actively causing harm at the very least. I'm also just like, man, like, again, this is, like, coming from maybe, like, a big brother position, but I'm like, you gotta get a hobby. Like, I'm looking at your posts, and it's all just comments about streamers. You gotta, even if it's anime. I'm learning the error of my ways. That I previously was talking about, you know, I was making the anime jokes. I've realized that now that was not so bad, because if they're posting about anime, at least they're not, like, you know, posting about some kind of perceived, like, parasocial thing that didn't actually happen, but if it happened, would be messed up. Genshin, I'm still undecided about, and crypto, I don't know. I'll have to think about that a little more, but everything else I stand by. But then even, like, I mean, I get caught up in it as well. Like, one person leaves, like, an annoying comment, and then I find myself, like, typing, like, an essay in response. And then I just delete it, and I go, like, I'm just gonna, like, log off. And then I log off, and I'm like, oh, I feel good. I think you should, and this is, we're gonna bring back the joke here. I hope, at least. A lot of people have already turned off. Which is fine, as well. But the viewer count's rising, so, joke's on you, I guess. Well, joke's on me, because it means more comments on the subreddit later. But I think you should get, like, 4 posting tokens per day, and you only get rewarded more through, like, good behavior. I think that's what it's got to come down to. But I actually found myself, like, laughing yesterday, because somebody was mad about something that happened unschooled, okay? Which 95% of was in their head. They posted a post about how, like, insanely upset they were. And then someone under that said, I didn't see the stream today, what happened? And then the other person replied, essentially with their own version of what happened in their head, but did not happen in Meat Space. And then the person who asked said, oh, I didn't watch the stream today, but I could totally see how that could happen. And I just felt like being like, you know, if you want to, like, get mad about something, you could actually, like, vet that what this person's saying comes from the realm of sanity and is verifiable. There's, like, a whole VOD But you're like, no, I didn't see it, but I can totally imagine that happening, and you're so right. And I was just like, I didn't actually, I just logged off and I played some Teamfight Tactics instead, but... Oh yeah, it's big brain time. Well, that's a kick in the teeth, but look, I think we're still making Hush. How'd you do in TFT? Thank you for getting me out of the spiral. By the way, I resist the idea that that's a chat rant. We haven't done a chat rant in a long time that was over 2 minutes. There was a period where we did. It became a problem. This is a Reddit rant. Maybe a Freudian slip. That one is different. That's not chat. It's totally different. Chat's a little different too, because like, I think if something idiotic, or let's not be that rude. Let's not resort to an ad hominem attack. But if something that annoys you, like, is posted in chat, the flood, it just takes it away in 2 seconds. But then, like, it's almost like there's like a toxic whirlpool when a comment stays up, which is like, you know, it goes up, people ignore it for an hour, and then like one person goes, oh, I'd like to engage with this, and then it just like spirals again and again beyond that. Anyway, how did I do in TFT last night? I came in 3rd, and I got promoted to Bronze 2 again. And I tweeted about it, but if you'll excuse me, we have to do Hush. We want to do Mega Satan. We're going to do Mega Satan. But I didn't realize, because I'm literally 100 years old, that you can have picture-in-picture on Netflix while you're doing something else. So while I played TFT, I watched one episode of a show on Netflix people have been requesting that I view. It's called The Chase. It's a trivia show where one trivia Chad takes on 3 trivia individuals. And I was like, you know what? It's pretty fun. It's a fun show. My phone did get hotter than it's ever gotten in its entire existence, without a doubt. It's the hottest my phone has ever been. But it was fun, and I was like, this is gonna revolutionize my leisure time. Because now while I'm scrolling through a Reddit user's post history, I can also have Teamfight Tactics open. No, I could have the Chase open in the background. Dude, I think Aquarius is pretty good. Picture-in-picture is pretty sweet. It's probably gonna make my phone become obsolete, like maybe 6 months faster than it otherwise would. Or Wealth Simple on in the background. Excuse me, I don't keep Wealth Simple Trade open all day anymore because my portfolio is so simplified due to the philosophies of John Bogle. All I do is check Google Finance at the close of day, and my following list is the entire breadth of my portfolio, so I don't need to keep the actual trading app open. It's called Index Investing, sweetheart. Look it up. I did a really great, and this is, again, we're bringing it back to a joke. I'm not actually like that sore about it, mostly because I accept that just existence means you're gonna occasionally be exposed to other people's opinions, and I think no matter what happens, probably about 40% of them are going to annoy you on a regular basis. So I think that I get annoyed by the ones on my own subreddit more because they're about me. So anytime somebody says great show, I'm like, shut up, I know it. Anytime someone says, I didn't like this one thing, I'm like, go to hell. Shut up. and like log off, touch grass, get a hobby. Call your mom. Like, you know, like it's. And all I would ask is that you recognize that you feel the same. In all likelihood. Hold on, we doing delirium? No, we want to do Mega Satan, and we have the negative. So take me down for now. Yeah. You're the same, you know. If you were like, if someone said something negative about someone else, you're like, so true. If someone said like, I don't like the way like you parted your hair today, you would be like, I'm calling the cops to report you for harassment. Please let me out. But I was on. So for anyone that's unaware, Bogleheads is a community for people who exclusively, essentially index invest. The greatest argument for Reddit being wiped off the face of the planet as something that human beings are not capable of using. We haven't demonstrated our ability to be together in that kind of like social capacity, always online at all times. Is that literally like the philosophy is like you just buy the total market and then chill? People post, rate my portfolio on this very niche subreddit. The portfolio will have not just index funds on it. People will say, well, this isn't really like a Boglehead thing. And then they'll get mad and be like, well, maybe this is, you guys are so conservative here. If I ever, you're like, what are you, it's like you went to like r/vegan and you were like, rate my steak. And they were like, oh, we don't eat steak here? You know, what do you expect? It's a community, man. It's just very strange. That's a great idea? No, it's not. It makes you a jerk. Are there people who say rate my portfolio and they just have the index funds? Usually what it is, and this is now I'm making fun of myself, essentially. Usually it'll be somebody, the Bogleheads is not really like that. It's more like, I have literally my entire net worth in this fund that tracks the global stock market. I have been agonizing day and night over whether I should sell 10% of this and put it into a fund that tracks small cap value. I just don't know. What do you guys think? Like, it's just... It's like the exact opposite side of the Wall Street Bets equation. Begging through text for the best index funds. I like our Bogleheads, though. I literally check it like once every 2 days, and then as soon as I go there, I'm like, why am I checking this? I know what people are gonna say. Anyway, I read a synopsis of a scientific paper. Well, it's a socially scientific paper, let's say. And I've really, especially over the past few years, I've really come to kind of agree with this. In principle, I don't have any data to back it up. But the paper was basically like, hey, what's the impact like on the human psyche from almost all of our interaction being taking place on these platforms that are exclusively designed to get you to engage with as many advertisements as possible? And the thesis of the paper, well, I shouldn't say that. One of the things that the paper was trying to explore was maybe these social networks actually, and not even necessarily consciously, but maybe, you know, the algorithms have discovered that one of the best ways to get somebody to stay engaged on your platform is to just have them be, like, upset 24/7. And it turns out being exposed to the dumbest things that you could possibly see on a daily basis from people whose credentials have not been vetted whatsoever, and more than just being, you know, just trolls who are just out to try to prank you or something like that, might just genuinely have the worst takes you've ever heard in your entire life. It might not be for the best that for the average person my age, probably like 90 to 100% of their social interaction takes place in that realm. But anyway, probably nothing to concern yourself with too much. Just something to think about, you know, as you maybe get older or more considerate and consider the sort of things that you put out into the world. That being said, I will say I'm no better. I do troll in Apollo's chat all the time. But I very rarely go in there and say something rude. Maybe even never. What I do is I go in there and I'll make like a joke about Among Us, because I think that it kind of like irritates him, but he can't let on that it irritates him, so he just has to go, "Hello, Ryan." And then I go, "Got him. Got him." Thank you for not killing me. I really appreciate that. No, I know he is the check mark now. I can't mess with him anymore. Well, I'll tell you. We're at 358, but we should try to kill Delirium. Why not? Queen of Hearts has appeared in the basement. So yeah, I mean, I apologize for bringing up like literally the most annoying topic. If I was to generate like a list of things to talk about before every stream, it would never come up, because I also know that it's bad to talk about, or at least annoying. And even when you do talk about it, you know, you might have this vain idea that like the worst actors are the ones who are going to have some self-reflection. But inevitably what actually happens is people who are already extremely nice assume that they have screwed something up because they're nice. They assume that it's their fault, and become way more mindful than is necessary about their already considerate behavior. And the people who are the rudest either get indignant, or alternatively, they're just like, "Oh, he's talking about someone else." Because what I said was valid and germane, and maybe it was a little uncivil, but the core of the argument was quite cogent. So yeah, if you're nice, I'm not talking about you. Unless you're not nice, but you want to be nice, but you don't have the self-awareness to recognize that you're not nice yet. If you know what I mean. You know, I've gone cross-eyed. I'm the nicest there is. Did I say I'm the slickest there is? Now I can't tell. That's imposter syndrome, I think. The slicky wickest there is? I've never looked at the subreddit. Am I the problem? No, honestly, like, you're the solution. Unless you're not nice. But I genuinely don't mind, like, if people don't have nice things to say. Yo, the serves, thanks for the raid. I'm literally about 45 seconds from ending the stream, which is really funny. But I will temporarily farm engagement here. I was also, this is like, and again, I'm being very appreciative. I've literally spent like the last 50 minutes just complaining about people being rude online. So you've sent your viewers here to experience a grown man with like the easiest job in the world and a good life complaining about nothing. Like, oh, some 12-year-olds who are like big fans of mine occasionally say mean things. So I at least, look, I'll never say that I have good takes, but I at least have some degree of self-awareness about where my bad takes come from. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was just like, so literally what I was about to say is like, I wish people would just be like, if you got like something rude to say about, you know, someone I'm on stream with, or even like myself personally, why don't you just do like the caddy thing and just like, you know, find another viewer who also hate watches things, and then just DM them and be like, look at this idiot. And then, like, do the civil... Everybody says rude things about other people from time to time. You just keep it in the back channel unless you're, like, a monster. Like, I don't understand the craving of, like, oh, this person will read it. Just be an a-hole, like, in the DMs or something like that. That's it, man. Just go to LSF on a throwaway. It's literally the exact opposite of what I'm talking about. Don't post it on livestream fail where the streamer is gonna, you know, especially if you're like a drama streamer. Like, I think all the streamers read that stuff. I read the livestream fails threads where they were I'm lucky, you know, that on livestream fail, like, all of the comments, like, a bit about mine are about my clips are like, this is hilarious. One of the best I saw a comment today, it was like, one of the best things about school is it introduced me to this guy. Then I went to my subreddit and some guy was like, I miss NL's content pre-COVID. And I was like, maybe you've changed over COVID. Because I think, except for the loss of anecdotes, which is true, I think it's like pretty much the same thing. I just read the comment of that guy discovering you. It is crazy. We lived in like a fantasy world right now. I'm starting to realize, and I know I've said this before, but maybe it wasn't the smartest thing in the world, you know, back in the day, to like set up a subreddit where, like, after I go live and talk about like whether or not you should turn right on a red light, or if it would be better if you didn't. Maybe it wasn't the best thing to make like a culture of having that thread pop up after every show where the episodes get reviewed out of 10 and people get to leave their comments about like every moment-to-moment interaction that took place. But on the other hand, you know, the engagement is popped up for sure. Right on red is good. Listen, I loved your comment. I just have one thing to say, which is insert essay here. How could you possibly believe that turning right on red is a good thing? Don't you know that hypothetically thousands of cyclists are hit every year by inattentive drivers? By the way, you're lucky my opinion is merely that turning right on red is not based. Because if I said my true opinion, which is we should immediately make all cars illegal immediately, without really concerning ourselves about how that would affect like the population at large, then you would be ashamed of your words and your deeds. Here's an image of what Los Angeles looked like in 1904, before General Motors killed the streetcar. Look at how verdant it was. Look at just everybody living in the moment, not a single person on their cell phone. Here's an image of what Los Angeles looks like now. Okay, actually, I'm being told by Snopes, this is an image of Verdansk from PUBG, but my point remains that if it looked like that, it would be really bad, and I honestly think that everybody that works at that company should probably be in prison if they weren't already dead from old age 64 years ago. Well, I knew it was coming, but the other thing is, I don't think there's anything else we could have done to farm HP, quite frankly. You kind of just have to go for it. You had a lover's card in your pocket? No, he used it immediately. Oh, okay, never mind. I used it immediately. 24-hour ban, permanent. Anyway, I'm going to send you over to Kate. I think the health down pill, I think, did cost us the run. But you know what? I love to see it. Because at least it had an impact. Unlike something like, you know, a one makes you larger pill or something like that. Anyway. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show. Let me make sure Kate is good to go. Hello. Are you good to go? It's true, we did do Hush and Mega Satan. Unfortunately, we do have to do Delirium still. Let me look at Tainted Maggie. All the long boss fights are hard as Tainted Maggie. So we have 2 runs left as Tainted Maggie. That's fine. We did get some stuff done. Anyway, I'm going to send you over to Kate. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow. I literally typed /raid Lovely Momo in the Discord with Kate. I'll be back tomorrow to play some games with Daniel. We got some stuff percolating. I think we might do, don't quote me on this, but we've been talking about doing like some Isaac races. Or maybe like some head-to-head in other games that both of us play. Just something that's maybe a little bit more pageantry, which I think should be good. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Later!